Hi, everybody. It's Neil McHale from the Office of Student Life, and you are watching episode 2 of our Class of 2020. We're going to be featuring throughout the month of June a different graduate from our 2020 class. They'll be graduating virtual this year. With us today is Emily Napolitano. She's been involved with a lot of things on campus. She's been involved with the Insight Club. She was involved with student leadership. Maggot Mouth. I think we have to talk about that as well. Our notorious on-campus band that performed at boy, you performed at karaoke. You performed. I think you led leadership off as well.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being with us today, Emmy.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So, talk a little bit. We mentioned all the things that you were involved with when you were here. Could you talk a little bit about how you first got involved at Ocean County College?
Well, it started when my art teacher, Nat Bard, he hired me to be the studio supervisor in the Grennan building. And one day he literally just dropped a stack of papers in front of me and said, I think you'd be a great fit to be the Insight Art Club president. And that day, I told everyone, I said, let's try Spring Day 2019. And from that day forward, I just was like in love with it. And I did all the club fairs and everything.
So along the way, as you get involved in clubs and activities and meet different people on campus, you hear of the leadership program, and then you get to go on the retreat that we have, which is always the highlight of it because you get to network with other people that you may not have otherwise met, but they're also fighting for the same kind of thing that you are. They're involved in clubs. They're trying to better the campus community. They're trying to make different connections that could go, and in many cases they do, far beyond your time here at OCC. Uh, just take us through what that was like for you.
Like the clubs and the like leadership.
Leadership program.
Oh, okay. Well, at first, when I went to leadership, I was super nervous because even though I do all those club events, I'm a very anxious person. It's a lot of, mental power to get through those things because I'm so nervous. And I just remember immediately when I went to the very first Trailblazers meeting, I just found a group really quick. I felt very connected to like certain people, and I met all these people I would see at the club events or stuff Student Life was hosting, and I never got to talk to them, or they never got to talk to me. And I was able to meet all these people I once always wanted to speak with, and I was finally able to.
So if there was a student that was maybe on the fence about going and didn't know if they're going to go and you encounter them, what would you say? Like, what are the kind of things that you would learn?
I would tell them to do it, even if it's like a little nerve-wracking. I 100% would say to do it. You'll benefit so much from it. I learned things just about myself. It was very empowering to learn that I don't have to be scared to show off who I am. Um, because I once thought I had to do that. And Trailblazers taught me like the reason you are welcomed into this is because of who you are. And I think that if somebody is approached from Trailblazers or wants to do it, I think they should.
We were talking before this a little bit about your time here at Ocean County College and everything that you got involved with on there. Um, some students that are just coming in here might often just go to their classes and leave and think that's kind of what OCC brought to them. Clearly wasn't the case for you, and we're great to hear that. But what is it about getting involved as much as you do that kind of completes that college picture for you?
Because when I went to college, when I first started, my friends were people I knew from high school, which for me just didn't really work out that well because I was trying to change myself for the better, and they were still kind of trapped in that high school mentality, and I didn't want to kind of be around that drama filled area. So I knew that if I put myself out there a little bit, I could benefit a lot from being around new people or people that like the same things I do. And it really started when I started my art, courses at OCC because I was able to meet people that like art and like similar music and all that jazz.
So you mentioned art. We were talking before about what you kind of have going on post your time here at OCC and children's book. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I was commissioned to write a children's book by Rich Mancuso. The book is called Do Not Eat Ice Cream Off the Sidewalk. I illustrated it. I can't say what it's about yet, but I'm very excited about it because I got the degree I did so I can write influential kids' books.
That's awesome. We look forward to seeing it when it comes out. Uh, Overall, you talked about your experience at Ocean County College. If you had a student who was an incoming student or was going on a tour and you happened to see them and they said, "Why should I come to OCC?" What would you say to them?
I would say because it's such a, you know, how can I word this? Um, OCC is a great place to start because, you're able to kind of find your niche, I guess, even if it takes a little bit. It's easy to find your niche at OCC because there's so much programs and stuff to do and clubs and activities that can really help you find, if you don't really know what you want to do yet, they can help you figure out what you want to do before if you decide to transfer or go into the job world.
We know that you did some TikToks for Student Life and posted them on there. Can we expect a graduation day TikTok?
Yes, probably. I my TikTok, I don't post where they're public almost. I kind of just make them like I run a dollhouse account. I make my little, time lapses of me refurbishing my dollhouse and all that kind of stuff on there. But when I do make my TikToks, I usually send them over and I probably will make a graduation TikTok.
Boy, so you were refurbishing dollhouses, you have a children's book, and you've been doing TikToks. So I guess in the state of staying at home, it hasn't been all that awful for you.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I will admit I do go to the park, usually by myself, and I take Polaroid pictures or I just kind of walk around. I spend a lot of time on my own. There is times I have, especially recently, I have visited friends from OCC, but it was like, it's only recently starting where I go see my friends.
Sure, and things are kind of lightening up a little bit now too, so that's good. But well, Emmy, thank you so much for your time today. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And congratulations on your graduation coming up. It's going to be an interesting one this year, all virtual, but we're still very excited for the class, and I hope you're excited as well.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time today, Emmy.
You're welcome.